Thanks to the quarterback club and of course Coach Ken Trahan for allowing me to come here today. It's a good thing to be here today. It means you're playing for the state championship. Coach Phillips, good luck to you. And you're a class act, you do things great. Coach Brown, you're a class act, you do a great job. Robert Valdez is a good friend of mine. All right, so Rob and I are talking early in the before the season started. I said, Rob, man, wouldn't it be great? Destrehan, St. James, Destrehan, Wildcats, River Parish playing football together. Now we throw against each other every Wednesday night. Okay, so I see what he has. Of course, we're not stupid. We look and we see what's going on. So I see what Rob has. I see what we have. So we might better do this. You didn't tell me about the defensive ends, man. That's wrong. You should have done that. So we go up to his stadium and he brings those defensive ends, and they're just a tremendous football. But no, he's just a great friend, Rob. Congratulations, and there's a reason you're here, and you do a great job. Good job. I was trying to think about what I was going to say today, and yesterday I'm sure you guys got it too. 1,000 phone calls. Where can I get tickets? Why is my son not playing? Why is this? What we're going to do? Is the cheerleaders going? Blah blah blah. What buses we're going to ride? What time we're leaving? All that good stuff. So finally, I get home last night at about 9:30 or so, might be about 9, and I sit down and eat dinner, and my daughter brings my grandbaby, and we sit down there, and I'm playing with him, and life is good. And then I get a phone call, and the guy's on the other side, Coach, this is Ryan and Marina. You mind if I ask you a couple of questions? And Ryan's a local reporter, and I said, sure, go ahead. He says, well, Coach, I'm just looking at it. The last 6 years, y'all lost 6 regular season games and 3 with this year. I said, boy, that's a heck of a way to start. So I'm enjoying my grandbaby. She's telling me that we lost 3. Yeah, sure, good. But that's the way it's been this year. We did lose 3 games, but I think it made us a better football team, and there's a reason why we're here today. I think we changed our identity in the middle of the year offensively. I thought it made us a better football team. It made us do some things that we probably wouldn't have done if we wouldn't have had injuries early on. The season started off pretty good. We were 3-0, and then we went to visit the University of St. James. It is a beautiful place. They got great facilities, but you don't want to be on the other side. And the game one is closer to school, I promise you. But and then we win the next one, so there we are. So we're okay. We're 4-1, and then everybody has them, but we had a couple of injuries and had lose 2 in a row, and all of a sudden we're 4-3. And one good thing about it, Ken hadn't called for me to speak at the thing. So I said, hey man, I'm not going to have to go speak at the quarterback club this year, because he knows how much I enjoy this and I enjoy the media. So it worked out pretty good, and he wouldn't have told me that when we were 4-3 that we were going to be here. But let me tell you what he did for us. Coach Greg Boyne, our offensive coordinator, does a tremendous job. And it made us realize that maybe we might have to change some things, and we did. I felt bad for the Thibodeau coach, because Destrehan came out on offense and we had 2 tight eye formations. You hadn't seen that Destrehan in years, and I don't think we've ever seen that. And we just put the ball in Kyle Edwards and Razan Keller's hands, and our offensive line did a good job, and it caused for a lot of good success. And that, along with Coach Scobell and his defense, who just constantly got better and better and better as the year went on. I get to stand up here, I get to get the pat on the backs, but I tell you what, it's the people like Coach Boyne, who's going to be a head coach one day in this business, and Coach Scobell, who's been a head coach in this business. They do all the work, and they do a tremendous job, and the rest of the staff just do a tremendous job of getting our kids prepared. And if you ask me a couple of things, what brought you through that down period in your season, the number one thing I'd have to say is those guys, those assistant coaches. Because they believed in what we were doing, they continued the course. They did some things a little bit different, but we came out better on the back end of it. The second thing I would have to talk about is our players, because they could have easily folded, but you know what, we had some great guys, and Noah Talianchis, who's a Tulane commit, didn't want to go down this way. Kyle Edwards, who's an Alabama commit, didn't want to go down this way, and our linebacker, that dealing with it, hey, it's a senior year. They came together as a group, and they said, you know what, we're going to be better. And our kids got together. We ended up getting on a little bit running here in the playoffs, and here we are. And we'd love to thank Coach Salt at Covington. They did a great thing for us, because they beat a higher seed, and a lower seed, and put West Monroe at our place. So on Thanksgiving, and that was huge for us. And then played a very good Harton team here in the semifinals, and was lucky to get that one. And we're just happy to be playing. So just really excited. It's exciting times at Destrehan. I know you meant to say you wanted the best coach for last, but I realized you brought the oldest coach here for last, the guy with the most experience, as they say, huh? 4 years a head coach, 4 years a head coach, 4 years a head coach, 18, you know, so I want to thank you guys. I would be remiss if I wouldn't leave this stage without recognizing a guy in the audience. He's a tremendous person at Destrehan High School. Everybody's got to have him. It's Mr. Ben Parquette. Mr. Ben Parquette, could you please stand for him? Let me tell you, Mr. Ben Parquette, that he's retired. How many years you been retired now, Mr. Parquette?
A long time.
A long time. and he knew he comes every day to practice, and the kids get it. He's with the kids. If I ever have a problem, he knows everybody in St. Charles Parish, and he's just a tremendous asset for us, for him to be on our side to help with kids, and that's what we all here for, to work with kids and get kids better. And we had a little situation today with a family, and I called Mr. Parquette, and we made it right. And that's what he does along with Dr. Jones. And a lot of people got to have guys in your community like Mr. Parquette who really gets it done. Because like Bryce said so well, it's bigger than football, and we really do appreciate him and what he does for Destrehan High School. Any questions? Because I know it's raining, and our coordinators are texting me right now, well, we're practicing, what practice schedule we're going with, blah, blah, blah. So if you have a few quick questions, we can go ahead and take those.
Yeah, the matchups between you, Destrehan and Acadiana goes back as far as I can remember, 2007. Mm-hmm. And then you reminded me when y'all played it again. So what is this, the fourth time y'all played? Yeah.
Yes.
And so the kids are familiar with them too, aren't they?
Boy, it started out so well. I mean, we beat them in 07 in the Dome, and first state championship, and then kind of went downhill after that. They beat us in the semifinals in 13, pretty bad at their place, and then they beat us again in the state finals in 14. But tremendous program. They do a good job. Hopefully the officials will have a stopwatch to kind of text to see if they're really getting off the ball that quick. But that's up to y'all. But it's a great team. They're well coached. They do a phenomenal job over there, and my hat's off to them. Their program is where it needs to be, and it continues to be that way.
Coach, when I texted you the other day to Friday night to get you on the show, my first text was, congrats on the win tonight. Would you have time to come on the show, blah, blah, blah. The response I got was, LOL, I wish, Coach Darnell Lee. I felt terrible. I don't know how it happened, but I talked to some families from Houghton just yesterday, and I didn't know I was going to see you today, but I felt like you should know this. But they raved about the sportsmanship that your kids showed on the field. There wasn't any trash talking. They said that to hear an opponent say it was the funnest game they've ever been in and they lost means a lot from my perspective, and I just want you to know that, you know, that's how your kids are acting on the field. It's like when our kids are away from us, we want to know how they're acting, but they have the utmost respect for you guys, your fans, and they love the experience of being down here even though they fell short.
Well, you know, I really appreciate you saying that, because, you know, people don't understand that, but my old vision through all my career was just for the program. And that's what we preach all the time. And we're going to try to be first class. We have problems like everybody else. Everybody has them. But we talk about the program and what's best for the program. And that's been sent down to me, Chip Asimon, Tim Rebo, and all those guys. And it just can't fell on me. And the only thing I ever wanted to do in this career was to not mess that program up for Chip Asimon and Tim Rebo and those guys, who Scott Martin, who set that program for us. And look, I still talk. Chip Asimon is my mentor. We talk every week, if not twice a week, and it's his program, and we're just happy that we could continue doing the things that we can do to make it a success. Anybody else? Good. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve.